You're watching 7 Local News. Tonight in Rewind, Peter Byrne looks back on how a psychopath stole the lives of at least 4 Central Queensland girls and the innocence of an entire city. In the late 90s, Rockhampton was the hunting ground for Queensland's worst serial killer, Leonard John Fraser.
In prison, Fraser was nicknamed Lenny the Lunatic. This was before moving to Rockhampton, while serving time for dozens of offences, including assaults and rapes in New South Wales and Queensland. The truth is, he should never have made it to Rockhampton, where he became the state's first serial killer. Fraser's choices in life made it inevitable that one day he'd end up here at Etna Creek Correctional Centre. He had earlier spent 12 years behind bars for the rape of a tourist in Mackay. Prison managers at the time, well, they didn't want to let him out, but unfortunately they had no choice. However, they made sure that he served every last minute of his sentence.
His chilling criminal history spanning 30 years in Queensland and New South Wales, no sooner would he be released, he'd re-offend.
He moved to the small gold mining town of Mount Morgan. He was caught spiking girls' drinks and run out of town. Then in Rockhampton, his worst crimes were committed. Sylvia Benedetti, Beverly Lego, Julie Turner and Kira Steinhardt were slain by Fraser in 1999. He attacked Kira here and put the body of the poor girl in the boot of his car, at the time a vacant block of land, but nowadays the home of the North Rockhampton Police Station. Police launched what was at the time the largest land, air and water search in the state's history.
You're looking for a missing girl who you hope is alive, but secretly underneath you're fearing the worst.
Carl Burgoyne was one of the officers who arrested Fraser.
He was the epitome of evil, yeah. There was just something about him that you just knew he was bad.
In Kira's hometown, an anti-child abuse vigil was staged.
If you can't take the desire out of the offender, then let's take the offender out of society.
Fraser was given an indefinite sentence for murdering Kira in September 2000.
We actually waited a full 2-week period before he told us where Kira's body was, and that was as a result of his previous rape conviction, where he'd heard that DNA evidence only lasts for 2 weeks.
And while in jail, he admitted to killing his other 3 victims. Fraser died behind bars after a heart attack.
I would have liked him to stay in jail and rot and learn what the pain was like.
There are still many unanswered questions. 3 ponytails were found in Fraser's Baker Street home in North Rockhampton. Even with the assistance of the FBI, police have never found out whose ponytails they were. This still haunts investigating officers.
You'll take it to your grave.
I'm Peter Byrne for 7 Local News.